Welcome to Coffee Talk. I am your host, Mashuma Saba, M. Saba. And this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Stay tuned. Welcome. Welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast show. And tonight, we have a great show in store. We'll be discussing artists and sculpture EDMONIA Lewis, the great artist and wildfire. That's going to be a short read. We will also have a short story titled The Missing Ring, a Hawk and Chicken Tail. So welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast show. And I am your host on this Sunday Memorial Weekend. I am your host, Mashuma Saba, M. Saba, and it's our Cultural Variety Podcast show. Welcome. How y'all doing this evening? Hide the chicken, the beef, and the fish. If you are at a barbecue right now, you know why I say that? Because all the people that used to eating pork, they'll come and want to eat your shit up first. Ain't that how it happened? You be like, hey, Leroy and them coming on over here, put the pork over there, because you know them niggas, they want some beef ribs. I mean, they want some pork ribs, some coleslaw, some potato salad. And what happened is they'd come here, they'll see that pork sitting over there, but they won't touch that pork. They'll be like, oh, look at them people over there. They got salmon on the grill. They got chicken wings, turkey legs. Man, eat up all your shit. They'll come home like, shit, who ate turkey legs? The pork eating motherfuckers down the street. Excuse my French, but hey, y'all know how it is if you are a viewer and follower of the Coffee Talk Podcast show. We are a cultural variety podcast show. We appear 3 days a week. And on Sunday, alternate Mondays, we like to go ahead and just give you what we like to call cultural studies. And because culture is so broad of a word, especially in our culture, our experiences, our journeys, and things like that. Sundays and Mondays, we like to just give you our people, our doctors, our lawyers, our scholars, our poets, our authors. And so that's what we're going to do tonight as we give and pay homage to artist and sculptor EDMONIA Lewis. So that's what we're going to do. And then, also want to say, and I'm sorry, I kind of lost track, but we appear 3 days a week. And so that's what we do on Mondays. Wednesdays is our sports night. Now, we're not your typical sports show. We don't care about who won or lost a game. What we like to do is give you the different intricacies that goes on behind the scenes in the world of sports. So that's what we do here at Coffee Talk Podcast. And then Friday and Saturday, you know how we get down. That's our entertainment night, hip hop night, culture night. We like to have guests. We like to have friends stop by. We like to play 10-question Q&A. We like to just have a good time. You know, it's been a long work week, so we like to just enjoy ourselves on the weekend. So make sure you stop by and get the flavor here at Coffee Talk Podcast. Yeah, welcome. How is everyone today? Is everybody good? What are you doing, man? Where you at? What y'all eating? Are y'all celebrating today or celebrating tomorrow? You know, in this nation here in the United States, people celebrate Memorial Day. And, it's one of the holidays that's constructed within the economy. However, I don't like to look at it like that. I actually like to look at it because of so many people we lost. As just, taking a moment to, get together, be unified, and reflect on the people that we have lost. You know what I'm saying? So let's pay homage to them. This is we are creating memorials of memory and remembrance to the people that we lost. So that's really what I like to look at it for. You know what I'm saying? So, enjoy your barbecue, enjoy your friends, laughter, pretty toes, whatever y'all see, man. Go ahead and have a good time this weekend. But what are y'all doing right now? What are y'all doing? Let me know. Leave a comment. Let us know how you're living. Let us know what your plans are this week. Let me know you're smiling. That's what I really want to know. That's what I really want to know. Let me know that you're smiling. Let me know that wherever you are right now, you're having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I want you to have a good time. Also, speaking of having a good time, I also want to give a big, big, big shout out to my nephew, Marlon McCoy Jr. I ain't never called you Junior nephew, but to my nephew, little Marlon. He just got married this past weekend to his beautiful bride down in Texas. So I definitely want to just pay homage to my nephew, man. You're doing good, brother. Keep going, baby boy. We salute you here at Coffee Talk Podcast. All right. So now, again, if you're just tuning in, come on in. Enjoy yourself something, especially if you're sitting in the patio, especially if you're in the park, wherever you are, sitting in the car, enjoying this show. Pour yourself a little something, some water, some wine, a smoothie, a latte, a coffee, a tea, whatever it is. But come on and vibe with us here at Coffee Talk Podcast. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. We never start our show without giving in its flavor as well as its wise words. Its flavor as well as its wise words. I had to double up like Dr. Umar be doing. You heard me? Shout out to Dr. Umar. But today's flavor, because it's a beautiful 83 degrees out here in the Twin Cities. And wherever you are, I'm sure it's beautiful out throughout the nation. But today's flavor is strawberry daiquiri. Yeah, that's right, a strawberry daiquiri, something that's smooth, vibrant, and chill. A strawberry daiquiri is a light rum with the fresh lima juice, some strawberries, crushed up ice into a slushy style, and there you go. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on the patio, enjoying this beautiful weather. Today's flavor is a strawberry daiquiri. Let me know what y'all drinking on. You don't like to get drunk no more. That's not cool. I don't like nobody staggering and all that. That is so 2000. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to be the drug person that any gathering. All right. And also, today's wise words here at Coffee Talk Podcast is from a writer, an author, and a poet. She's one of our ancestors, and we again like to pay homage to our people here at Coffee Talk Podcast, the new media. But tonight's wise words is from no other than Nikki Giovanni. Nikki Giovanni was actually born June 7th, 1943 in Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's go ahead and read her words. Hey, you know what? Before I jump into her words, y'all, who else is from Tennessee that we just spoke about this past week on the show, Coffee Talk Podcast? I'll go ahead and let you know. And that is our sister that moved on to the Essence, Miss Tina Turner, our queen. And she's from Brownsville, Texas. So somebody go ahead and leave it in the comments. Let me know, because I only drove through Tennessee. I didn't stop in Tennessee for a long time as I was traveling north and south and north, going back and forth. But how far is Brownsville, Tennessee, from Knoxville, Tennessee, where Nikki Giovanni Nikki Giovanni is from. Go ahead and leave that in the comments. Let us know. Thank you here at Coffee Talk Podcast. All right. So the wise words for the night is Nikki Giovanni. And here is her words. She says, if you don't understand yourself, you don't understand anybody else. We're going to say that again. If you don't understand yourself, you don't understand anybody else. And those are the wise words of Miss Nikki Giovanni, our ancestor, a writer, an author, and a poet. Peace, 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 and welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast. How y'all doing, man? Go ahead and light it up. Let me know. Let me know how you're doing. Are you smiling? Are the kids getting on your nerves? Told you not to bring them badass kids. I'm just joking, man. You know I like to make y'all smile, man. So, that's really what it is. But yeah, man, I just want to make sure that y'all all having a good time out there, wherever you are in the Twin Cities and nationally. So wherever you are, thank you for supporting our show, Coffee Talk Podcast. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to start out with our artist and sculpture, as you see in the back, Miss EDMONIA Lewis. Let's go ahead and read about wildfire. I'm going to tell you a little bit more why I keep saying wildfire in a minute. Let's begin. EDMONIA Lewis. Some say she made stone talk. EDMONIA Lewis was such a talented sculptor, she seemed to make stones talk. Her sculptures tell a story. One of her most famous, Forever Free, is a study of a freed man greeting freedom. One of his hands is clenched in a fist. The other protects his wife. Many people believe that this sculpture captures the two strong feelings that many Black people felt when they were declared free. Joy in their freedom and fear that it would be taken away. EDMONIA also created busts of famous people who fought to end slavery. Her bust of John Brown, Charles Sumner, William Story truly captured the spirit and determination that made these men strong fighters for justice. EDMONIA's father was a Black American, and her mother was a Native American. She was one of the first women to attend Oberlin College. After leaving Oberlin, EDMONIA moved to Boston and further developed her artistic talent. Later, she went to Rome, Italy, where she set up a studio. EDMONIA was also a fighter for freedom. She was involved in the Underground Railroad that made it possible for slaves to escape to the North. She also helped organize one of the first Black regiments to fight in the Civil War. EDMONIA was one of the first Black Americans to be recognized as a great artist. So why did I call her wildfire before we began? Is because, yes, as it states here, she is the child of a Black man and a Native woman. That's still our people, because we the indigenous people, right, in the Americas. But just for safe sake, let's just explain it like that. Her father was Black, her mother was Native, and she carried the name of Wildfire. She was from the Mississauga Ojibwe tribe. So that is us paying homage to one of our own, EDMONIA Lewis. That was a great read. What do y'all think about Edmonia? Was that your first time hearing about a woman that was a great artist, someone that sculptured like this picture behind me out of stone? Man, with the tools that they were using back then, look how detailed that sculpture is right there. Beautiful, beautiful piece of art. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. All right. So we're going to get ready to dive right on in to our next segment. But before we go ahead and do that, I want to go ahead and hit y'all with a 30-second commercial break. And when I come back, we're going to go ahead and give you a short read titled The Missing Ring. It's a chicken and hawk tale. A chicken and hawk tale. So I'm going to go ahead and hit you back in 30 seconds. See you in a minute. All right. Welcome back to the Twin Cities Own Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show. And I am your host, Mashuma Saba. M. Saba. This is our Cultural Variety Podcast Show. How it do? Hey, where you gonna go anywhere in the nation and see a podcast that encourages reading, that encourages literature, that gives you an educated Black man that can read to the world and read to our children and read to our elders, only here where you get the flavor that Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show. How y'all doing tonight? If you're still dropping in, go ahead and hit the like button, share the video, let them know about our podcast. You know, we still babies in this great journey that we on, and we just want you to come along with us. You know, we're a 2-year-old show. Definitely check us out on YouTube. Definitely check us out on Facebook Live, and soon we'll be expanding to more platforms. But as I like to tell people, man, we in this for the long run, and we like to make sure that we are reading through every contract. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, those are words of wisdom for other entrepreneurs that are in this podcast game. You know what I'm saying? We gotta protect, and respect one another. What y'all eating on, man? Make me a plate. Can I get a plate? Can somebody say, Mashuma, we're going to send you a plate? Leave it in the comments. But what you can't do is bring me no potato salad with raisins or pears and shit. I'm just saying, man. Sometimes I do like potato salad, but it can't have no raisins or no other weird shit in it. You understand? Just joking humor. All right, let's go ahead and get right into our show. Again, this is a short read. The show is almost over. Very short show tonight. I just want to reach out with y'all for a moment and just give you something other than anything that is too staticky, too much negativity. I just want to take you away from everything so that you can enjoy whatever you're sipping on and you can hear a great story, or you can sit the babies down and hear a good story. You know what I'm saying? So go grab the babies, put the blanket across the park, across the grass, or across the patio. Have the baby sit down with your nice fluffy dog or your cat, you know, or your family. Tell Junior and them to turn the music down as I just go ahead and give you 5 minutes of my time, maybe even less. Here is the story, a hawk and chicken tale called The Missing Ring. You know, a ring is necessary for a wedding ceremony, but the one the hawk had made for his bride is missing. Let's get into it. The hawk was ready to get married. He traveled about from one village to another until at last he found the right girl. He spoke to the girl's father, and all of the arrangements were made. After setting the date for the wedding, the hawk returned home. He gathered all the gold dust he had saved and took it to the goldsmith to have a ring made. Because the hawk was so handsome, some creatures envied him and said unkind things behind his back. Not everyone wished him well. When the day of the wedding was near, the hawk went to the goldsmith to get the ring for his bride. Then he called for his friends to accompany him to her village. His friend the lizard came. His friend the guinea fowl came. And so did his friend the mantis and snake. Many others from the village also joined the wedding party. They went to the house of the girl the hawk had chosen. The hawk introduced his friends to the girl's family, and the celebration began. After much drumming and singing, the hawk put his hand in his pocket for the ring, but the ring was not there. He searched through his clothes, but the ring could not be found. At last, he cried out, the ring has been stolen. The headman of the village said, let everyone be searched. So everyone in the village was searched, but the ring was not found. The hawk approached the girl's father. I took all the gold dust I had been saving, he said, and I had a most beautiful ring made. I brought it with me, but someone who does not wish me well has stolen it from my pocket. The father of the girl said, everyone has been searched, but the ring has not been found. Though you have an explanation, the fact remains there is no ring. Therefore, the wedding cannot take place. When you return with the ring, we will talk of the matter again. The hawk was overcome with shame. His friends too were ashamed. The lizard was speechless. He could only move his head from side to side as if to say, oh, what a terrible thing. The guinea fowl clapped his hands violently against his head, saying, disgrace, disgrace. The mantis kept hitting his sides with his fists, saying, oh no, it cannot be true. And the snake opened his mouth and put out his tongue, turning this way and that to show everyone that he did not have the ring there. The hawk and his friends went away. I will search for the person who stole the ring, the hawk said. He flew into the air and soared over the countryside looking for the thief. As for the lizard, he has never spoken a word since that day. He simply moves his head from side to side as if to say, oh, what a terrible thing. Because the guinea fowl repeatedly clapped his hand so hard against his head became bald, and so it remained. Because the mantis struck his sides so hard with his fists, he became very thin. And whenever the snake meets someone, he opens his mouth and puts his tongue out to show that he does not have the ring hidden there. The hawk has never given up the search. He forever soars and hovers in the sky, diving down now and then upon some moving creature to see if it is wearing the missing ring. Very good read. I told you it was going to be short. What do y'all think happened to the ring? And do you feel that it was right for the bride's father to tell the man that You can't marry my wife without, you can't marry my daughter without a ring. You better come back correct. And we'll talk about this matter again. What do you think of the Hawks' friends? Why was issues starting to happen to them? The guinea fowl lost his hair. The mantis started to become thin. And the snake could only slither and say the ring is not in there in his mouth. What's your thoughts on the story? Go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know you enjoyed the show today and the story. It was a great read. And you, and all of you in the back, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. This is Coffee Talk Podcast. I throw up the universal peace sign, and I grant you peace on this beautiful weekend. Thank you. Y'all take care. Y'all love one another. Y'all laugh, smile, and have fun. Peace, family.